Live from the banks of the Ohio, we welcome you to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cincinnati Reds. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
You know, I always think pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show. And it's coming up next. Sonny Gray gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, taking a look at the numbers, you see that ERA a little under 4 last season. But I think his team and organization, they're expecting some bigger and better things out of him this year. We'll see if he can get off to a better start in this one.
So stepping in is Ozzy Smith. He will lead this one off today. First delivery to him. And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball one.
First pitch, 4-10.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch.
Oh, that's out.
The temperature here at game time still definitely on the cool side. 51 degrees at first pitch. Now the 2-0.
That's ball 3.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
3 balls and a strike to the Cardinals shortstop.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a 5-pitch walk to get us started here this afternoon.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it. But to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Now to the plate, here is Lou Brock. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Set and the pitch. Runner goes for second. Strike taken. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Well, I think he's making it pretty obvious why he's batting leadoff, isn't he? Works his way on base to start the game and then does even better by swiping second to put himself into scoring position. He's trying to make an impact from the get-go in this one.
Gray ready with the 0-1. Got him to go after that one. He's in a quick hold, 0-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a little looper down the left field line. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign. And he's safe.
And that's an ideal start to the inning right here. The leadoff man strokes a double, and the next guy comes up and swaps places with him, chasing his partner home. Could be a big inning.
Standing in now, Michael Lee.
Count
As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1. No one out with a runner at second. And he misses again. Ball 3.
This is just the first inning, but this next pitch is a big one. You don't want to find yourself with 2 on, nobody out, and the 3, 4, 5 guys coming up.
The 3-1. Now a little dribbler here off to the right side of the mound. And with his speed, forget it. It's an infield single. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Michael Lee has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
At the plate now, Mark McGuire pulled high in the air out to left field. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
Here's a look over to first. And a dive, but he's back. First pitch on the way. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. The 1-0. Over to first, Gray. Runner back safely. And another throw over. And he'll get back in safely. The 1-1 home. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Hit softly down the line at first. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And he'll just step on first here to take the shoe around.
Batting fifth.
Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be let's get on this guy early. Day game in this ballpark, the sun starts glaring, starts getting later in the day, those shadows start creeping in right around the time that bullpen starts getting warmed up. Gotta find a way to scratch.
Hit high and deep out to left. Here's Foster backing up on it. On the warning track, he makes the catch. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Cardinals 2, the Reds coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. So now here is Barry Larkin. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Reds, the shortstop, Barry Larkin.
And now pitch on the way. First pitch here is a sinker that runs a bit too wide. It's ball 1. 1-1 to the Reds leadoff man.
Hey, great job by the offense right here to put a number up on the board and allow this young gun to go out on the mound, relax a little bit, and establish that good fastball.
Got to count 1 and 2.
A ball and 2 strikes now.
Ball, that's
And that misses 2-2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
And he comes back with 1 down and in for ball 3.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
In now, Joe Morgan. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Popped him up. Arenado shading to his right. 2 down. With a moment here in Cincy, let's take a glance at the Reds starting lineup in this one. Dero, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Reds are down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood inning. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. And he chased it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Arenado retired, and there's 1 away. Stepping in next, Tommy Edmond, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And this isn't his strong side, at least not in terms when you look at the stat sheet or his consistent contact rates. I just don't think he's quite as smooth with his rhythm and swing mechanics when he's hitting left-handed.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Castellanos will wait on it, and that's out number 2.
Batting 9, the pitcher, Seth Hargrove.
So in now is the Cardinals pitcher, Seth Hargrove. First pitch of the AB now. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Foster will put it away, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals. They're up 2-0. So now to the plate, Tony Perez.
Leading off
Set to
for the
lead
Reds,
off the home half
the
of the
first
second.
baseman, Tony Perez.
First pitch on its way.
Nope, that's down.
The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first
I got a
strike.
ball, 1 strike.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball.
Batting fifth,
Every hitter thinks
the
that, hey, they
center
can do
fielder,
something with that, but
Jesse
most of the time, you get the result that you
Winker.
saw right there. A big swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
Stepping in now, Jesse Winker. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. One out, nobody on. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this
Batting
one,
fifth,
guys. That's 5
the right
batters
fielder,
faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The 0-1. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Got to pitch to the ballpark's dimensions right here. Love the execution of that pitch down in the zone. Got to keep the ball in the yard.
A ball and 2 strikes now. Ball 2 with a sinker that runs off the inside. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Sharp ground ball toward the hole. That's a hit, their first of the new season.
Little ground ball with eyes right there. He might have been a little bit out in front, but I don't care. That's a bullet
The
knock
catcher,
in the box score tomorrow
Johnny
morning.
Bench.
Into the box, Johnny Bench. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. A ball and a strike.
Hey, you could tell right there the hitter was almost fooled by that pitch, expecting the nasty slider to break down and away, and had hung in the middle of the plate. Too late for him to pull the trigger.
1 ball.
A 1-2 count to Johnny Bench. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. One left for Cincinnati. They're down 2-0. And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Ozzy Smith. He'll begin things here against Sonny Gray. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he puts it on the ground to second. Scooped up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Next to hit, Lou Brock. An RBI double is what he was credited with his first time around. And now a pitch on the way. Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Into the box now, Michael Lee, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Now the 0-1.
Inside, ball 1.
Good speed at first and good speed with the guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, you got to get rid of it quick.
Brock stands at first with 1 out. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Now the 2-1 doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Now batting, the first baseman, Mark McGuire.
And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Mark McGuire. He hit a sac fly earlier. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. As here's a strike from Gray to put him in the hole. 0-1.
Hey, that's a huge set the tone pitch right there. To a great hitter, you do not want to fall behind 1-0 and have him sitting all over a fastball or guessing what you throw next. You get ahead 0-1, and now the count's in your favor, and you and your catcher can start doing some things.
Swing and a miss on the slurve that time. It's 1-2.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Out in front of that one. May have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Full count, 3-2.
You can certainly tell at bats like this one frustrate the heck out of a pitcher. but you got to find a way to stay composed and execute your plan.
Full count still. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat.
Anytime you get rookies just breaking into the big leagues, you have to expect a certain amount of this. There aren't any easy at-bats at this level, and you really have to learn how to slow the game down in your head because everything feels like it's so much faster up here.
At the plate, Yadier Molina. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
2 down, runners at first and second. Now this is driven out to deep right center. This could be trouble. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And the second run will score. It's now a 4-0 game.
You simply cannot offer up a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude, especially with runners on the bags. He makes a living off frozen ropes to the outfield like this, and that one drives in a pair.
Standing in now, Tyler O'Neill as he grounds one briskly to short. Throw over to Perez will be in plenty of time, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. Cards lead it 4-0. Ready now is Eugenio Suarez, and they've got some work to do early on. Down 4-0 already. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. As he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
The 1-0. Too high there and maybe a bit outside as well. 2-1. All even now, 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
The count is full.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second with a punch out, 1 away.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat. Then he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work. But I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
At the plate now, Sonny Gray. As the first pitch to him's a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. O'Neill waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter, the shortstop, Barry Larkin.
in now for the Reds, Barry Larkin. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get two
No
quick
matter,
outs,
number
D-rolled
8.
in, you give up a
Second
two-out
baseman.
base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball
Morgan.
player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little two-out lightning start.
Digging in will be Joe Morgan.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the two-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball 1. Count 1-0.
The 1-0.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Takes a look at a changeup there, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. Little slide step action there, Dan.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Again, a 1-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Reds leave 1. They trail here 4-0. And back in Cincinnati as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already put 4 runs on the board, and they've done so by running up their opponent's pitch count. So he said he thinks they're going to have a lot more opportunities to score because of that as the game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring in Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado.
First offering. Here's a cold strike about thigh high.
0-1.
Nothing in 1.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
High and deep down the left field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Next to stand in is Tommy Edmond. He flew out in his last debut. First offering on its way.
That's outside.
The 1-0. Shot toward right center. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove.
Yeah, and you can take a look at his numbers here. With that 1-out single, he's flirting with a little trouble here again. You'd like to see him find a way to get out of this inning and battle for another inning or so, but you also don't want him to give up a big number.
Over to first, Gray, and he just manages to get his hand in. Stepping in now, Seth Hargrove. Pitch misses
Ball
low.
one, no
The
strike.
throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Well, some may say that's a questionable steal with such a big lead, but to me, it's still too early to worry about disrespecting the other team. I've seen leads like this disappear, so they're going to keep trying to pile on.
A little over-anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
Winker is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Ozzy Smith.
Next, it'll be Ozzy Smith comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now the first pitch, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And now a right-hander's begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. The 1-0. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. Now a 5-0 lead.
Now batting, left fielder,
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he'll get back in standing. To the plate now, Lou Brock. And this one's in the dirt. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
Clearly, they're not satisfied with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. You don't want to disrespect your opponent and do that in a blowout game, but I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead, and now they've got a chance to add on to it.
Now the 1-0.
2 balls.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Now a pickoff play at second.
No, he's in there.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily.
Ball.
3-0 now.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. He's in at second safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Well, when your starter has a rough start, you'd like to give him some time to get out of trouble. But that's 6 runs he's given up in the early going. You have to wonder how much more time they're going to stick with it.
Red skipper up out of the dugout and making that slow trek to the mound. And that's going to be all for Sonny Gray. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. Lucas Sims answers the call from the pen here in the 4th, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. In now, Michael Lee. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful, because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Brock stands at second with 2 gone. Fouled off. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Castellanos is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Cardinals lead it 6-0. That brings up George Foster. And D-Row down 6 already in the early part of this ball game. What's the mentality for them as they try to work their way back?
You know what, Matty? This is where you take some prideful ABs. I've been down 6 before, and I've come back from even further down than that in some big ball games. You have to find a way to just relax and start piecing some good ABs back to back.
Here's the first pitch to him. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tony Perez.
At the plate, Tony Perez. As he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now the 1-0.
Ball that's outside.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Ready with the 2-0. And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Now the 2-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2.
That's exactly the pitch you don't want to be chasing in these situations. He's going to keep that ball down below the hollow of the knee, try and get you to ground into a double play. You have to set your sights at least belt high.
Two pitch is fouled away. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch.
The count is full.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Now the payoff pitch home.
That's ball 4.
And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Next to dig in, Jesse Winker. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. He swings and sends it in the air out to left center. Brock waits on it. 1 down.
The right fielder, number 2, Nick Castellanos.
Next to hit is Nicholas Castellanos. A base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Here's the first pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Big spot right here. Got to find a way to get back in this ball game and scratch a run across.
From the belt, the pitch. And it's fouled away. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And another foul ball. The next 0-2 is taken. That's ball 1. Here comes the 1-2. Hit in the air to left. Clock waits on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, the catcher, Johnny Bench.
So here is Johnny Bench. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Here's the first pitch to him. High in the air down the right field line. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. Reds strand a couple. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. New inning set to get underway. And next it'll be the fleet-footed first baseman, Mark McGwire. He's set. Here it comes. And he fouls this one off. The 0-1 on its way. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. He ties him up with a fastball inside, 1-2.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. There's the look at the final line for the Reds starter. Not the opening day he wanted to have, unfortunately.
Well, you can see right from the get-go that he didn't bring his A game. Had a very difficult time getting through the lineup, and as a matter of fact, wasn't able to even get out of the 4th inning. So the bullpen's going to have to do a really big job of finishing out the rest of this game.
First pitch of the AB now. Yadier Molina comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Grounder down the line at third. This will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
The 2-2 is laid off and the count runs full.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home. Heading out towards shallow right. Castellanos in a few steps as he takes it. 2 down.
The center fielder, number 27, Tyler O'Neill.
Next up is Tyler O'Neill. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. From the stretch. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2. Now the pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Wackney.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Now to bat, Eugenio Suarez, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Eugenio Suarez.
First offering. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball just missed above the zone. Now the 1-1 pitch is looked at for ball number 2. Chopper foul. Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Ken Griffey will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 30, Ken Griffey.
Now the first pitch.
1-0.
Windup and the 1-0 pitch. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, shortstop, Barry Larkin.
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Barry Larkin. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch on the way.
This guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. They still find themselves down 6-0. Michael Feliz gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and in next it'll be the perennial MVP candidate, third baseman Nolan Arenado.
Nolan Arenado.
First pitch of the AB now. A ball and no strikes. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder is on the run. He's there and records the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Tommy Edmond.
Now at the plate, Tommy Edmond in his career versus this pitcher. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. First offering on its way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. Nothing in 1.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in an 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the break. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Nope.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
1-1.
Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. The 1-1. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. And the pitch. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow.
Now batting, the pitcher, Seth Hargrove.
So here now is the pitcher, Seth Hargrove, getting to hit for himself here, largely due to the big cushion he's got to work with. Now here's the first offering.
Nope.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Too high.
3-0 the count.
It's 3-0.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And this misses as well. Ball 4. And he's walked the opposing pitcher on 4 pitches.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Ozzy Smith. And we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. First offering. 0-1 the count. Hargrove is off of first with 2 away. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Ball.
And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Lou Brock would be next if they can keep this inning alive. The 3-1. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
3-1 fastball, middle cut, and he didn't miss it. That's the fight throughout the course of the game, to get yourself into count leverage and capitalize.
So now to the plate, Lou Brock. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 3 hits in 3 trips to the plate for him so far. Blown away as he misses again. 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
3-0 now.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
There's ball 4.
That's out.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Up next, Michael Lee flew out last time up.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
1-0 the count. From the belt, the pitch.
2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Has a look, now the pitch. And it's fouled away. Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat. 3-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
The 3-1 pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Digging in next, Mark McGuire struck out in his last trip to the plate. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. In there, 0-1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
The 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now.
He put himself in a good position, jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Bases are loaded here, 2 down.
That's a
2-2. This will be pulled in out there at second base, and that'll be that.
So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 3 men left stranded. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. St. Louis is out in front, 7-0. Now at the plate is Joe Morgan, and through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, they're definitely just not having consistent quality ABs. The game plan they had coming in hasn't worked, and I'm interested to see if they're willing to change it up a little bit.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Nope, that's a ball.
And it's 1-1. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Another try at 2-2. Well hit to right. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Again, another foul ball.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Foster.
Into the box now, George Foster. Grounded down the third baseline. Oh, what a stop on the slide. What a way to get it out. 2 gone now. That was exceptional. And here's that one again with Show Track. Great reactions to knock it down with the sliding stop, and almost just as impressive was the throw all the way across to beat the runner. Any way you look at it, a fantastic play. Into the box, Tony Perez. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Here's the pitch. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame him. With the bases empty and 2 outs and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
Ready now for Cincinnati, Jesse Winker, man at first after the 2-out walk. Set and the pitch as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Perez, the runner at first with 2 gone. Popped him up. Smith is under it. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. 1 left for Cincinnati. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Heath Hembry enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
55, Heath Hembry.
Now into the box, Yadier Molina. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Bench over to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
1 gone for the Redbirds in the 7th, and into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hembry offers up perhaps one of the nastiest sliders around, and it won't be uncommon to see a lot of off-balance swings against it, and it'll be easy to see why once you see it come out of his hand. He's got a huge break on it. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 home.
Talk about stopping the bleeding right here. This guy has come in and just executed everything he's wanted to against this offense. Nice to settle the boys down, maybe regroup, and we can get the bats going.
2 out, nobody on. This is foul right side. The 1-2 pitch.
I got the count. 2-2.
Lifted down the line in left. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Nick Castellanos now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Nick Castellanos.
First pitch on the way.
1-0.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Count is even 1-1 to Nicholas Castellanos. And that misses. 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
Hey, last two pitches back-to-back. Off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now. Just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
To the plate now, Johnny Bench. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. No hits to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Here's the 0-2. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer that one out of the zone. And it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
At the plate now, Eugenio Suarez. As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
We're moving along into the later innings, and this guy's throwing over 60% of his first pitches for strikes. He'd like to do a little bit more, but so far, so good.
Behind 0-2 now.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate. Good command of the off-speed pitches.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Pure dominance on the mound as he strikes out the side in order. Back with more on opening day after this. That brings in Tommy Edmond. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8. The pitch.
Ball inside.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Pitch on the way. Flipped out the other way towards short. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Now back, the pitcher, Seth Hargrove.
Next, it'll be Seth Hargrove. And an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance here this afternoon. And you have to say, he's really earned it. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home is low outside for a ball.
And how about the uncommon patience for the rookie in a big spot right here? These have been some tough pitches to lay off.
2-0 count. The pitch, a swing and a miss. That's the first strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Ball 3.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
Here's the 3-1. And he fouls this one off. 1 out, nobody on. And he misses here, ball 4. And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Ozzy Smith. 2 hits in 3 at-bats for him in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted the other way to left center. And this is going to find the gap for his 3rd hit of the afternoon. This one for extra bases. The relay. And they'll get the man at 3rd here at least, but in the interim, a run has come in to score.
You talk about perfect execution right there. That took a great relay throw to get him. And any breakdown in that relay, and I think he's safe.
Stepping in now, Lou Brock. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
And that's taken for a strike on the inside corner. 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Popped him up. Morgan has got it, and the side is retired. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Cards lead it 8-0. Tucker Barnhart will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th.
Tucker Barnhart.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. The 1-0 home. It is in there for strike 1. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. Lifted the other way down the left field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. That's lifted the other way out to left. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first down.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Barry Larkin.
Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, Barry Larkin. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering on its way.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike. That's ball 2.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. This is in the air to left field. On the run is Brock. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Joe Morgan.
And now here is Joe Morgan. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
Now the first pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. Reds are down in order. Still 8-0. Brad Brock comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Brad Brock.
All set to start the 9th in this one. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Michael Lee.
Michael Lee.
He's set. Here it comes. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
Ball 1 strike.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Hit on the ground out to short. And that is into left field, so the leadoff man's aboard to kick off the 9th.
Sometimes this game doesn't make sense right there. He's out on his front side, his butt's in the dugout, and he's still able to roll it through for a knock. Pitcher has to be frustrated.
In now, Mark McGuire, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-0. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard up the middle, and that'll get down for a base hit. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Mark McGuire has just collected his first hit in the big leagues, and as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
At the plate, Yadier Molina, as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball one. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. The 1-0 home. This is hit pretty well out to left field. Here's Foster backing up on it, and this one is gone. A home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him as the blowout continues.
Well, with no outs, you can afford to give up a single, but you can't afford to give up a 3-run homer. He just caught too much of the plate. Now he's back to the drawing board. No outs, and the inning is already an ugly one.
Up next for the Cardinals,
Into the box, Tyler O'Neill, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike one.
1-1.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in, jam, sandwich.
Fouled away. Here comes the 1-2. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Shot down the line. It's a fair ball. Running hard. He's digging for second. And now Gracious just getting the ball back into the infield is becoming a problem.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
TJ Antone enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
TJ
Here's Nolan Arenado. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Looking to change his fortunes here. 0-for-4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Comes set with the 0-1. Three runs already home here. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
To the plate now, Tommy Edmond, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 1-0. And he gives this a pretty good ride that time, but that's going to be up amongst the crowd, a foul ball. Lays off the slider that time. 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. Hit hard towards center. That's in there. Base hit. The runner scores from second. When we looked at this game on paper before it started, I don't think any of us thought it would go down like this.
Yeah, Matt, hard to stay focused on the game when the score is this far out of hand, especially when you're on the losing side of it. Even as broadcasters, it can be a little bit challenging to stay fully dialed in.
So now to the plate, Seth Hargrove. As he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Couldn't get his hands through there, and it's 1-1.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
And the 2-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. He's got it. One there. Over to Perez for a side retiring double play. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Part of the order, 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cardinals 12 and the Reds nothing. Striding in is George Foster. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
First offering. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Into the windup and the pitch. Got him. And that's number 15 for the ball game.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1-2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
Into the box now, Tony Perez. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball one. Perez is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
2-1 the count. One out, nobody on. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here now the 2-2.
And it's late to his afternoon of work, and the longer this at bat goes, the better chance of him making a mistake. But as a guy starts to tire, they're more likely to leave the ball up. But man, he's been good so far.
This one's down to third. Arenado's got it. On to first, and now the Reds are down to their final out here.
The center fielder, number 33, Jesse Winker.
Stepping up is Jesse Winker. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
And even though he's had some success against this guy in the ball game, he still knows he's a very dangerous opponent. He won't want to fall behind him any further.
Drilled right back up the middle. Throw to first will be in time to record the final out, and the Cardinals move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over. 12-0, the rather convincing shutout final score. The Cardinals played in an even dozen runs to come out on top today. Seth Hargrove earns his first win of the season, and it's a dandy, a complete game, 3-hit performance. Sonny Gray struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 24 minutes. Our paid attendance at Great American Ballpark this afternoon, 42,319. The Reds thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. 1.